Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. We are going to be doing a Minecraft stable tour, which is super cool, something a little bit out of my usual video, but I really wanted to do this because I just generally have been working on the stable for the past 3 or 4 years, and it's really a big feat of work for me. I spent a lot of time on it. Now throughout this tour, keep in mind that this ranges from my first year of building in Minecraft to my most recent years. So you'll see a wide variety of different building techniques, some of them that are horrible and others that are actually semi-okay. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so we're gonna start straight at the front entrance. We started right off the bat with two nice pastures. I used to have horses with names here, but I did a restock of horses, so I sort of lost the names for them. But that's okay. We have a variety of different colors in each pen, and they all look extremely friendly, so I guess that's a good sign. And the next part is our parking area. This area has a couple of trailers, a couple of little cars. They're kind of funky, but that's okay. And it has just like general stuff that you would see in a parking lot. So next we have our welcome center. It's honestly a pretty good size. I'm pretty impressed with the size of this. But we just have a couple of conference rooms for if you want to talk about horses or something, or to get your horse boarded here. We're going to start a wall of fame over here, and then we just have a sitting area and a front reception and a coffee area. Then you go in the back and we have a conference room and a couple of offices down there that are pretty chill. Just very simple with a desk inside. So next we go straight into the next area, which is over here. This is more the boarding area for those that board here, and also if you want to try out a horse. For instance, this Hot Walker and this Hunter Arena are both for trying out horses and getting a look at horses if you're considering purchasing one. So it's pretty much in the front. Which makes it simple so you don't have to walk throughout the entire stable. This paddock here is more of a general purpose pasture. It's really easy going. There's just a couple of horses in it, and I just keep it for any horse. Any horse works. It works really well for anything, practically. So we're gonna come over here now. This area, I'm gonna let's try to go back first. There's so much to go through. We have our boarding area. This is where we get that good old lag. We just have like boarding stalls over here, and we'll see that pasture later on in the tour. But we have like a boarding area over here, which is kind of cool, just for all our boarding horses, and I have yet to fill those stalls. Next area is our rehab barn, which is honestly super simple. It's currently being updated, so you'll see some things, some accidental horse, but they're pretty simple stalls, and all for our horses that need rehab. Per se that they've had a past abusive life. They all have runs as well that I've updated recently, and that makes them look a little more realistic. Over here we have our foal arena. It just has like a bridge, a tarp, just some areas that you would train your foal in, which honestly is pretty simple. It's pretty easy going. It didn't take me too long to build this, except for putting in the sand, which was a pain in the butt, because I didn't know the fill commands yet, so rip. And then we just have some wash stalls here. There's 8 wash stalls, there's 4 more on the other side, and it just keeps it sort of simple. Okay, so now we're going to come over here. We have a dressage arena, more of like a flat work arena for training our horses. Keep in mind this barn is mainly for racing. I decided that later on, so you'll see a lot of like random arenas. Until we get later on in the tour, but it's like a long dressage arena. Keeps it nice and simple. It's a good indoor flat work arena since I don't have many of those. This next stable is, I think this was seniors. Yes, it's seniors. These are all the oldies that are retired that have had a good life in racing, and we only have like 4 or 5 stalls, and a couple are even empty, but they go up pretty long. Their runs are really long, and so it keeps it easy going right there. Next, we have this paddock, and this goes along with our rehab, I believe, yes. So, these are rehomes. Rehomes, rehab, I sort of have them in the same general area. But yeah, it's a good-sized pasture. We just have a couple of horses chilling in here as well. Oh, wow, the lag is really doing it for me. So these horses are my horses that are on break. So, yeah, these are the good old horses, some of my favorites. But they're on break right now, since usually they would have stuff to be doing. They would normally be racing, but they're just getting their rest. And these, again, are good sized stalls with nice sized runs. The next thing is this therapy center. It's just got a water walker and a heating center. So it's you know what you might see in a therapy center. It's not that bad. Oh wow, this lag! I love it. I love it. All right, and so these horses are also on rest, so they go with that barn, which, you know, is good. So I'd like to have pastures that go with every barn, so the horses can go out as well, because they still have energy, and I don't want them to be locked up in a stall. So let's look back here. We have, this is just like a normal single paddock. I don't really know, like, if it has a specific theme. It's just a paddock that I put somewhere, because I had extra space, and so I just have a couple of horses in there. Here I use this as my 2 to 3 year old training center. I was originally going to use it as my only racetrack, but I upgraded my current racetrack, and so now I have an actual show racetrack, and then I have this one that I'll probably use for like jog warm-ups. And it's really nice. Actually, it's not that nice. It's a really bad building, but it's one of my older builds, so that explains it. Here we just have a lunging area and a hot walker area. And you'll see why we have these is because we have the Fastic Tipton sales, which is an area where we sell horses, so you can basically view the horses that you might want to purchase here. And they have the auctions every couple of weeks. But you can see the detail that I have in here, some villagers, nice little villagers there, and lots of seats and lots of area for the horses to be. This is one of my more recent builds. It doesn't look very attractive, but I didn't know how else to make it a circular dome, so it's got to be unattractive somehow. And we just have the back area here that the horses come up. So yeah, and then you have an area to post with your horse once you've purchased them, and an area to see them jog right before they go into the auction house. So that's kind of a nice little accent detail. Then we have this racetrack. This is what I meant by my final racetrack, my show racetrack. It's pretty long. This is how I time my racetrack horses. I time them based off of this, how fast they can go one loop around here. We have some nice seats here. Everything matches. We got green banners and nice foliage, and then ponds on both ends. It's honestly a really serene and relaxing area, and I would love to like view races from here from an actual place. We also have our starting gates. We only have 3 because it takes up a lot of space to them, but both of them open at the same time, which makes it really nice and automatic. Next is one of my favorite barns. I spent a while on this barn. It was like in works for like months, and then I finally finished it up within a week when I was actually determined. But basically in here is the 4-year-old and older. These are the winners of the horses that had finished racing but aren't yet fully retired seniors. It's like an 18 stall barn last time I checked. I have yet to fill it. The lag will kill me. But yeah, it's pretty simple. It looks the same all the way down. It has electric lighting in there too, so you flip a switch and all the lights go on. Often I have a halfway meter, a 25% meter, 50% meter. It's a lot of settings that you can do, which is really fun, honestly. So yeah, next this is the winners and racers, the barn that I just did. Oh, by the way, they have runs, which is honestly so cool. But this is their pasture. It's pretty easy going, like most of my pastures. So now we're going to get into the lag area, so I'm warning you now, the lag is insane because I have over 170 horses in this barn alone. So I'm working on this as a racetrack for my actual 2-year-old racers, and I'm going to have a couple hundred of these stalls with their info. But you can see I have a sign on each door of the horses. This lag though. And it tells us how many hearts they have, how fast they went one time around the track, and how high they can jump. So this is Segunda. She's my female. She has 13 hearts. She did 25 seconds around the track, and she can jump 3 blocks high, which is, I mean, it's fair. It's definitely not the best I've seen though. If my lag would love me, then I might be able to fly. Yep, no, that's not gonna happen. Okay. Well, we can walk this, guys. This is going to be insane lag. This is a 170 stall barn. It might not look big, but it actually is a giant square that goes all the way around. Lag is uncontrollable here. But, oh, we popped out right out of that lag. Look at that, guys. It loaded. We have over 170 horses. We have 2 paddocks here. An electric hot walker. It doesn't actually move. Weather clear. Thank you. It doesn't actually move. I wish it would, though. And all of these horses have Dutch doors. They don't have run zone. They have tie-up posts, though, lots of windows. It looks the same all around, but the stalls are in generally good case, and I have like 170 horses or 120 horses in this entire area, so it's a lot. These are all my mares, though, for the breeding program that I'm soon to set up. We just have some extra paddocks here. These are my extra mares that they're considering where to put. These are my pregnant mares, which are awesome horses. And this right here is the breeding center. I decided to place it here since it was right by the mares, which made it more accessible, I suppose. I was working on a stud book and I had like 25 horses, but then I sort of gave up on it because I did a restock of horses that took me a couple of days, and so all my horses now don't have names, so I have to still do that. But yeah, we just have mounting and in the pen, and if you choose to do it any way you like, you can even do freestyle, but I mean, that's up to you. Some people let their horses loose, and that's what I mean by freestyle. So this last area is just our mare pasture. It's absolutely enormous, and we just have a lot of mares. These used to be foals. I just have to take them out and place them in our racehorse foal area. But there's a lot of these horses. The pasture is big. It's got a lot of ponds, and it's honestly really nice. I really like this pasture. I spent a while on just the details of it, making it look realistic, and so and so. So thank you so much everyone for watching this video. I know it was a little longer. I hope you enjoyed the detail. It's like 3 years in the making, and I've worked really hard to get to the point where I am. I will continue to update and create a breeding program for my horses, and I'll give you an updated future tour much later on, maybe in a year or so, and you'll get to see a little bit of it all. But thank you so much for watching so far. I hope you enjoyed the tour, and make sure to comment, like, and subscribe down below. Have a good day.